All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, as soon as I started, somebody started texting. Okay. All right. So, welcome, everyone. My name is Arena Elamine, and I'm the founder of the Power Author Academy. I am a best-selling book coach, and I'm a cultural anthropologist that shows people the world. That's part of my job, to show people the world. And we do that through programs, events, and also traveling experiences. So, today I am in my writing area. I'm in my writing room, if you will. And we're about to start our next Power Author Academy. So my students will be coming in about 14 minutes or so. So I thought I would share something that came to mind today because I had someone the other day talking to me about them wanting to write a book. And then she was really super duper excited. Like, yeah, I really want to write a book. I've been thinking about this for, I think, 4 years or so at that point. And then the next day, she sent a message like, you know what? I decided I'm not going to do it. And I was like, well, what's the issue? Like, what's going on? Let's talk about it. Because I hear this all the time. So many people oftentimes psych themselves out of their dreams with this excuse. The excuse comes up. It's like a first level excuse. There's a first level excuse that comes up, and they think that that's the real excuse, right? Or that's the real reason why they're not doing it. So anyway, she was like, I just don't know if I want to make the investment in actually writing my book right now, And I was like, oh, okay, So then I said, is that it, or is there anything else? Right. And so once we actually broke it down, the money is always something that people think about, right? Like, how much am I actually going to be spending to get X, Y, and Z book done? But when you actually start to break it down, you realize that it's not really the money. There's always some type of underlying fear or doubt or sense of can I do itness that is there, that's present. So when we broke it down, she had a lot of fears and doubts about like, what am I really going to be able to do? Will anybody really want what I'm thinking about writing? Is it gonna work? Will I make any money from this? Is it just gonna be something I just put out and that's it or whatever? And so when I talked to her, just like I have to talk to many of our clients, we realize that writing a book is never really just about your topic or your subject, or whether you know how to use a versus an or any of those grammatical things. It's actually about your own mindset. It's about, did you decide that this is something that you really want to do? And are you determined enough to get it done? This is why I always say to my clients, and when stuff starts to come up, that writing a book is mental. It is a mental exercise, and not just in the content that you're putting together, not just in the what am I talking about or what's my storyline. It's actually a process of learning how to get something done. It's an exercise on pushing yourself through a project to the end. This is why so many people end up abandoning their books. This is why so many people, oh, I wrote a chapter, 15 years ago, and then they never actually finish it, because writing is mental. It's a mental exercise, and it brings up a lot of things internally. So if you are dealing with any bit, it can be even a small bit. If you're dealing with any bit of like self-doubt, I'm not sure if you're dealing with any bit of like the criticism that comes of dealing with yourself. A lot of times writing your book is going to bring that to the forefront. So you have to be able to work through it and recognize that it is going to come. I don't care if you have written 15 bestsellers. Like, I don't care what you're working on. It is always going to be in the back of your mind, like, is this part good enough? Am I good enough? you know and those are things that we have to consistently work through week after week, month after month. That's part of why I built the Power Author Academy. It is a container that supports you with writing your book through the end, through to the end, I should say. To the end to the end, right? It's a container that keeps you so that people do not have to wallow in self-doubt by themselves. And they also recognize that when that self-doubt comes, it's not just them. It's not just them. They're not the only ones that have ever felt like that. nearly everyone on my success wall, nearly all of my clients who start their projects always hit those doubts. Always hit those doubts. So what was the answer? Writing is mental. Writing is mental, right? That's it. It is a mental exercise. And if you recognize that at the onset, if you recognize that at the beginning, it's going to be a much more beautiful process for you. All right. So don't psych yourself out. Don't think that you're the only one that have doubts. Don't think that you're the only one that second guess. Can you do it? Am I good enough? Is my topic good enough? Most of us, all of us, have gone through those exact same feelings. But you don't stay there, right? If you have the desire to get it done, then you keep moving, you keep pushing, and we make it happen. I was in a workshop the other day through TSP, Traffic, Sales, and Profit, and they had Dennis Kimbrough, who wrote the Black Think and Grow Rich. I can't think of the full name right now, but it's the Black version of Think and Grow Rich. And he was like, it's never about the resources. First of all, he came out with fire and energy. And I was like, get it, Dennis, get it. Hey. So he came out with that fire, right? And he was like, it's never about the resources. It's always about your resourcefulness. He said, it's never about the resources. It's always about your resourcefulness. Now, from his whole speech, I remember that one sentence, that one line. And if I actually take that one line and live by it, if I implement it, it's never about the resources. It's about your resourcefulness. Then I can make a lot of things come true. Sorry, I keep moving this camera. So the point is, don't allow your fears and your doubts, and I have a lot of doubts and stuff about other things too. So I'm talking to myself. I'm not just talking to y'all. I'm talking to myself. But don't allow your fears, don't allow your doubts, don't allow your second guesses to make you abandon your dreams and abandon the projects that you have been called to do. I always say this, but literally, if you have an idea, like God has been calling on you, God has been knocking on your door, and you just keep either answering and closing it shut, or you're not even answering at all, right? So God is literally like, hey, I gave you this experience. I want you to tell other people so they don't have to do it in the same way, so that they can learn. Or like, hey, I taught you how to do X, Y, and Z. I want you to go teach other people how to do X, Y, and Z so that they can live an easier way. Hey, I made you go through this pain. Now you've come out on the other side. You can help somebody else. Like literally, God keeps knocking on your door and you keep slamming it shut. Like, what do you think? Like, you're going to have anxiety. You're going to have some fears. You're going to have doubts, right? But also, even if you don't do the project, like, which one do you rather feel? Which one is a better feeling? Is there a better feeling of like having this what if feeling? Like, what if I did it? What if? Like, what if? Having that feeling around you of what ifness. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like that what if feeling. I shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda feeling. I don't like that feeling. I hate that feeling, right? Like when I know I should be doing something, but I'm not, because you live up every day. Like you walk around every day with that heaviness of knowing that you should be doing something and you're not doing it. I hate that feeling. It's like a living hell to me, right? And many of us are walking around with that feeling, with that living hell feeling, right? So would I rather have that living hell feeling, or would I rather have, at least I'm going after my dream feeling? Like, which one feels better, like living hell, or at least I'm trying? I'd rather go on this side. At least I'm trying. At least I'm going to see what's going to come out. And if it doesn't come out 100% like I thought it was going to end, or I don't reach that goal exactly how I thought it was going to be, at least I know I tried. And at least I know I have some data now, so I can tweak and improve and maybe do it again if I so choose. And it's going to be better the second time than it was the first time, because now I have some experience, right? I have some knowledge. I have some data that I can go back into the lab and like make it better the second time. So what I'm saying is that don't live with regrets. Don't live with that heavy feeling of walking around and like, you know what I mean? Like, I hate it. And I know you know what I'm talking about. I know you know that feeling as well. So we don't want that. We don't want that at all. So for my clients, part of my job, Zarina, is to not only help them organize their thoughts of what it is that they're talking about and making sure that their books are going to pop, but my job is also to help them finish, point blank. And whatever comes up for them, because they are individuals, everybody has their own individual lives and their own individual fears and doubts and stuff that comes up unique to them, then we try to work through those things. But that's why they're there. That's why they're in the academy. So I'm going to invite you all. On Saturday. We are going to be starting our next Jumpstart Your Book challenge. And I call it a challenge. I could say boot camp. There's a lot of things I could call it, workshop. But it is an opportunity for people who want to write a book, nonfiction book. It's focused on nonfiction books. It's an opportunity for them to come in. I got to check my time because my class starts in 3 minutes. I got to go teach my other students, my Power Author students. But the workshop this weekend, the boot camp this weekend, the Jumpstart Your Book Challenge this weekend, this Saturday, is all for people who are serious and they are interested in writing a book. So I'm going to be walking you through the foundational steps. You can't build any structure without having a foundation. You can't build a book. You cannot write and become a published author without having a foundation. So this Saturday, I am going to help you lay your foundation for your book. Go to powerauthorchallenge.com. That's where you can register. It's free for right now. It will not be free forever. It's free for right now. You can go to powerauthorchallenge.com and register and come into this weekend's event. All right, love you all. Do not psych yourselves out because writing is mental. Really, everything we do is mental, right? You got to choose to do it and then go after it. All right, love y'all. Peace.